Okay, so hi guys. Now we are done with July as well as the August. Now we are coming to June, right? हमारा यही मोटिव था, यही प्लान था कि हम पीछे चलते जाएंगे, है ना? Now हमने जून में बहुत सारी चीजें जो हैं वो अलग अलग टॉपिक को करने की कोशिश की, right? There were lots of stuff that was going, and we, out of which we, some of the topic we have already discussed in the July and the August, because there was something that was associated with that, right? That happened in July, August, right? So सबसे पहले let's come to India and UNSC, that is the United Nations Security Council. Now, very first we'll introduce what is UNSC. That is kind of security council for peacekeeping, right? It is one of the permanent organs of United Nations, right? Established in 1945 under the UN Charter 1945, right? It comprises 15 members actually, out of which 5 are permanent, known as 5 Ps, right? Which include US, Russia, UK, France, and People's Republic of China. Why I'm writing PRC? Because Taiwan is officially known as the Republic of China, right? And our friendly neighborhood, China, is known as People's Republic of China. Right? There's this one doubt that India was offered with the permanent seat of United Nations Security Council, but that time Prime Minister Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru refused to accept that proposal and passed that seat to China. Right? It's a false information actually. The thing is, in 1949, China has Chinese Revolution, in which it divided into 2 parts. Right? Republic of China, that is modern day Taiwan, and People's Republic of China, that is modern day China. Right? At that time, it was discussed to whom we should propose, to whom we should give the permanent seat of UNSC, and India voted in favor of People's Republic of China as a friendly neighbor, right? As a cooperative neighbor actually. Okay, now 10 Ts or 10 temporary members is being elected for 2 years by United Nations General Assembly, right? 5 countries belongs to Africa and Asia, 5 member countries actually. 2 to Latin America and Caribbean countries, right? 2 to Western Europeans and others, and 1 country in Eastern Europe, right? All these members are being elected by United Nations General Assembly, right? Now its headquarters is located in New York. Now, why it is in news? India is now serving 8th time as a temporary member of UNSC. Right, as 2021-22 are going to be the kind of 75th, 76th year of United Nations, and 75th United Nations resolution is being presented in this, is going to be presented in this particular year, right? So there are a lot of things that India wanted to do, right? Let's come to the point what India exactly wanted to do with United Nations Security Council. Let's discuss what India's strategy is toward the international security and the membership of United Nations Security Council, whether it is temporary or permanent. Right? Now, as a temporary member, India has started running a campaign. They have also released a brochure for this. That campaign is associated with the fighting of international terrorism. Right? Yes, our Ministry of External Affairs leader or minister S. Jaishankar has proposed that, and he has released this. Second, they are somewhere making countries bending toward the United Nations reforms and the United Nations Security Council expansion. Right? That will include the permanent membership as well as the temporary membership. Right? India believed that the diversity of membership, diversity of members which are belonging to different culture, different particular geographical part of the world are required in large number to conclude one issue in peaceful way. Right? Third, India has proposed norms, NORMS, that stand for New Orientation for Reformed Multilateral System for United Nations Administration. Right? As we know, 75th year's resolution, UN resolution, right? So India has proposed a new way for a cooperative orientation system, that is norms. And our Prime Minister, Shri Narendra Damodar Rao Modi, has proposed 5S for international system, 5S for the leading international organization, that is United Nations, right? He said, now we should work on 5S, that includes the Samman, that means respect, Samvad, that means dialogue, right? Sahyog, that means cooperation, right? Shanti, that means peace, and Samriddhi, that means prosperity. Right? Don't forget these two terms at least, that is norms and 5S. Now, we have discussed some facts, right? For example, when UNSC was established, where is its headquarters? What are the number of permanent members, right? For how many years the temporary members are being elected? We discussed who is the Ministry of External Affairs, right? From being my side, I have one homework for you, right? Who is the permanent representative, the appointed in the United Nations from Indian side? Right? If I'm not wrong, after Article 370 issue, Sayyid Akbaruddin represented India, and now the person is changed, right? So this is your homework. Please write down the correct name in comment box. Now, this is current scenario which India is proposing as a temporary member, right? What India exactly want in UNSC is definitely permanent membership. Why? India is dealing with a problem with UNSC. What is exact problem with UNSC according to India and other countries? That problem is known as a veto power. Right? Now, veto power was provided to permanent members of UNSC for one simple reason. Right? If something bad is happening on earth, right, for any nation, for any geopolitical reason, right, veto power is associated with that sort of power without which a resolution cannot be passed in UNSC, right? Now, this was something that was kind of a tool for unbiased behavior of United Nations Security Council, but permanent members started using it for their national interest, right? For example, if we are talking about US, right, so in from US counterpart, if you will see, Israel is very important. Yes or no? Israel is a close ally of United States of America in Western Asia or Middle East, right? And US never wanted Israeli as being suppressed by UNSC, right? Whether it is the case of Palestine, whether it is a case of other peace deal in Western Asia. So always when there is a resolution against Israel or in favor of Palestine, right, America used to use veto power into that so that this particular country won't suffer. And why? Because Jews are in huge number in US and they are having their personal national interest in United States, right? So we don't want veto power to be used by 5 permanent members for their national interest, right? Secondly, India is also associated with G4, right? Now G4 is a country group of 4 which includes India obviously, right? Japan, Germany, and the last one is Brazil, right? So these 4 countries are somewhere making diplomatic support, right? Seeking diplomatic and international support for permanent membership of UNSC. Right? They are working on it from long period of time, but it's not an easy path. Now, we'll discuss this, how we are going to become the permanent member. Now, India and UNSC, definitely India has helped UNSC in several times, right? For example, India has provided approximate 44 plus thousands of troops for UN peacekeeping forces, right? And out of which, I guess, nearby 400 soldiers gave their life for international peacekeeping, right? So India is always under peace form. Now possibilities and what is going to be the procedure for permanent membership, right? Now changing UN Charter 1945 definitely is a tedious work, right? It will require huge amount of administrative reforms in United Nations, huge amount of diplomatic dialogues, right, diplomatic meeting in UN General Assembly, and definitely the diplomatic support from the members of UN, right? So it will take time, but hope for the best, because out of 5 P's, right, US, Russia, UK, France are now close ally of India, right? And which is not a close ally is only our friendly neighborhood People's Republic of China, which still is in condition of like war, according to a former army general, we are into the situation of war since 1956 from China, and today also we are into that, whether it is economic war, whether it is a social changes war, or whether it is a frontier war, northeastern or any place, right? So this is it for India and UNSC. Now again, last time I'm revising the fact file. UNSC establishment, headquarter, right? How many times India has served as a temporary member? Who is the permanent representative for Indian from Indian side? Who is the Minister of Ministry of External Affairs? Right? G4 includes these 4 countries. So if there is any particular question of odd one out, right? Especially ALET like exam loves these type of question. So you must understand, you must be prepared. Now norms and 5S proposed by our Prime Minister, right? These are 2 more important question, right? So I hope you have noted down all the thing. Please, whatever question I have asked, do answer me, right? Don't take it as simple one, right? I hope you get it, right? Next topic पे जल्दी से ही अपन आ जाएंगे, right? Good, genius.